Securing your Bitcoin shouldn't require a computer science degree. Yet many people leave their Bitcoin on exchanges because self-custody seems way too intimidating and way too complicated. In today's video, we're going to be looking at Theya. Yes, I said that right. Theya, T-H-E-Y-A, a new Bitcoin wallet that claims to have solved this problem. Whether you're new to Bitcoin or a seasoned hodler, you're going to want to stick around as we explore what might be the most user-friendly multi-sig solution on the market. The biggest challenge in Bitcoin adoption isn't buying Bitcoin, it's securing it. And while hardware wallets provide excellent security, setting up and managing multi-sig arrangements has traditionally been pretty complex and technical. This is where Theya comes in. They're trying to make multi-sig more approachable by streamlining the setup process and offering alternatives like family shared keys, while still maintaining the security benefits of a hardware wallet for those who want to use one. Theya was founded in December of 2022, right at the bottom of one of the worst bear markets in Bitcoin history. It was founded by a veteran of both Google and Robinhood. What makes this most interesting is Karnati, the lead founder's background. At Google, he worked on scaling products to billions of users, and at Robinhood, he focused on making complex financial instruments accessible to everyone. Now he's applying these lessons to Bitcoin self-custody with the goal of creating the world's most user-friendly multi-sig wallet. A key point worth mentioning, Theya requires absolutely no KYC. You can start using the wallet immediately without sharing any personal information. This commitment to privacy aligns perfectly with Bitcoin's core principles. However, in order to access the paid plan and the multi-sig features, you have to subscribe through Apple Pay or Google Pay, which may send them the information they need to have in order to know who you are. So keep that in mind. But there's no formal KYC process. So before we get into the features of this wallet, let's talk about the most important thing, pricing. Theya operates on a two-tier model. Well, three tiers, but the third tier isn't available yet. First, there's a completely free tier that gives you access to their free single-signature hot wallet. This is perfect for those who are just getting started with their self-custody journey or managing smaller amounts of Bitcoin. And I think I mentioned before that Theya's products are all Bitcoin only. Then above their free tier is what they call their essential tier. Their essential package is $250 per year, US dollars, and that unlocks their collaborative custody options and premium features. I know what you're thinking. $250 a year? That's a lot of money when most Bitcoin wallets are free. Well, keep this in mind as we go through the video, and by the end of the video, we'll come to a conclusion as to whether this premium fee is justified for different types of users. Let's head over to their website, theya.us. We'll take a look around and take a look at their pricing chart as well. Okay, here we are at theya.us, and it's a pretty simple website. They have links here for the Apple App Store application. They do actually have a web app, and we'll probably get into that later in the video. It's not as fully featured as the mobile app, and the application or the wallet is actually mobile-centric, let's call it. So we're going to focus on the mobile app, but I will show you the web app a little later in the video. So their focus is on simple Bitcoin self-custody. They do have a product available for advisors, Theya for Bitcoin advisors, where the advisor holds one of the keys and signs transactions for customers, or with customers, not for customers or clients. They're focusing on multi-sig vaults. They have multi-key vaults, shared custody vaults, and the ability to help you recover a key if you should lose one, which is a great service, by the way. Right now, they support the use of Trezor devices, Foundation Passport, Cold Card, and the Ledger device, and that is it. No other devices, no Blockstream Jade yet. I think they're working on it. Here's a little diagram of their multi-key Bitcoin vault. It's similar to a lot of collaborative custody models. You hold two of the keys, they hold one for you, and transactions are signed with two of the three keys in any combination. So you could sign a transaction without involving the Theya key, that's hard to say, at all, or you can sign the transaction with one of yours and the key they hold, and or the other wallet you have and the key that they hold as well, any combination. And then some FAQ, and then some notification to download the app. All right, let's take a look at the pricing page. Here's the pricing page. So they have the free basic application, which is a hot wallet, like a lot of other hot wallets, Bitcoin only, of course. And they have self-custody, mobile vaults. You can set up as many vaults as you want, which are like little accounts, unlimited vaults, sovereign recovery, encrypted mobile key, backups via iCloud. So like a lot of other hot wallets, they can put your key, your seed phrase on iCloud, but I can't do that? I have a video on that. Check that out. And they offer email support, which is pretty good considering you're not paying them anything. But what they're really focused on is their $250 a year essential plan. That gives you access to the multisig vaults and cold storage vaults. That is, you can connect your hardware device with a single signature vault. It would be a read-only vault or account, Bitcoin account on your wallet. You could see the balance. You could receive Bitcoin, but you can't send Bitcoin unless you connect your cold wallet and approve the transaction. And you can do that in a single or multi-sig setup. I'll show you those. They have key replacement support for lost keys, which they do not have over here, and priority email and chat support, which is very nice. And they're working on a pro model, which has a 3 of 5 multisig, inheritance support, and 1 hour dedicated support. So they're really about supporting their customers. A lot of other products are just sort of, here's our product and good luck, see you later, we're not available. And this product has concierge onboarding. Here's a checklist as to what the different plans offer. You can look at that on your own. You can pause the video if you like, and that's it. All right, let's take a look at the application. First, we're going to poke around a little bit inside the app, and then I'm going to open a couple vaults. I have already signed up for the essential plan. It wasn't anything special. Basically, they have, I believe it's a 2-week trial period. It doesn't say here. Anyway, this is a 2-week trial period, and it's free, which is fantastic. That way you can try out the application to see if it fits your needs. I did that. I signed up for it. So today we're going to use that 2-week trial period, and I have access to all of the features of the wallet. So you didn't have to sign up for it. Let's head over to the application on my iPhone. Okay, here we are at my iPhone. I have 2 icons here, one for Blue Wallet, ignore that. And the one next to it is the Theya application. I'm going to open that. And it does Face ID. Welcome to Theya. Create your self-custodial vault and gain full control of your keys and Bitcoin. So we're going to do this. Well, I'm going to give you a tour first, and then we're going to do the demo. The demo, I'm going to break down into 3 parts. That is good level of security, which is the single-sig hot wallet. Then better level of security, which is a single-sig cold wallet using my Trezor Safe 3. And then we're going to set up a multi-sig vault, which is the best level of security that's offered in this application. Let's take a little look around. This is the welcome page. You can see that we can create our first vault here using that big button at the bottom. Otherwise, there's nothing here other than the settings. Roger Banford has signed up for this plan. This is the essential plan. I can manage my subscription and cancel if I want to. If you're in the free plan, this is where you would sign up. You press this essential button and then subscribe to the plan. It's an annual fee, not monthly. Then the next one is security. We have security. I set up security questions when I signed up. Face ID, you can turn that on and off. I have a pass key to be able to log in. There is a messaging center that you can message support and live chat as well. A help center with some articles to guide you through setting up your various vaults. Email support. So you can see, look at all the entries under their support category. Message center, live chat, help center, email support. That is crazy. So they are really focused on support. I really like that. Legal, blah, 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 terms of use. And then that's it. Down at the bottom, you can change from mainnet to testnet, which I am actually going to do because I'm going to be doing some transactions on testnet to try them out, unless the fees get too high, because I don't have a lot of testnet Bitcoin. And now I don't. I thought I needed to relaunch the application. I don't need to. And that's it. Set your default currency and you can log out here. Very clean, very nice. Then we have create your first vault. So I'm going to set up my first vault and I'm going to call it hot because this is going to be our hot wallet. I'm going to change the type from multisig to single key, and that's it. Those are the only options. Proceed to setup. Where do I want the key? Am I going to use a connected hardware device? Now, you wouldn't have this option if you weren't signed up for the Essentials plan. It would just be this iPhone. Let's just do a straight up hot wallet. I'm going to generate a mobile key, and I'm going to continue without backing up. Okay, here we are at the main screen, and we have our first wallet. It says right here, 0TBTC. That's because I'm on the testnet. It would otherwise say 0 Bitcoin or BTC. And in order to get Bitcoin into this wallet, you'd press the receive button, generate an address, which happens to be a testnet address, and send Bitcoin to it. And if you'll notice down below, it says new unused address for your vault to protect your privacy. So each time you press receive, it generates a new unused address, which is really good and really well done. I'm going to copy this address because I'm actually going to send some testnet Bitcoin here. Press the copy button next to the address, or I could scan it if I wanted. I'm going to go back, and I'm going to go to my Sparrow wallet and send Bitcoin out to that address. All right, I just finished sending some testnet Bitcoin to this account, or this vault, I guess. It doesn't have the transaction listed. I have had a lot of trouble with the testnet and their fees, so I'm a little dubious whether this is going to work or not. But let's go ahead and move on to setting up another vault. This time, I'm going to attach a cold wallet. Let's do that. So I go to the upper right, see where it says hot with a little drop-down menu. Actually, before we do that, let's see what else is in here. We've got some transactions in the middle, nothing in there, and more actions down at the bottom. We've got key management options. We can check the key, make sure it's healthy. We can rename the key if we want. We can export the key to another application if we want to do that. And there are vault settings, vault name, vault information. This is the vault configuration. We can show the public key, which is really nice to have. We can export our output descriptor, and there's also a sovereign recovery guide, which walks you through the process of recovering this wallet using another application like Sparrow Wallet. It's really well done. They really thought of a lot of different things. All right, let's go to the upper right, click that button that says hot. It gives us an overview of our vaults. I'm going to create a new vault, and I'm going to call this one Safe 3 Single. This one is going to be a single key, proceed to setup, and I can use a new hardware device or existing devices, which would be the iPhone. So I'm going to select a new hardware device, and we've got a choice here: Ledger, Trezor, Cold Card, or Foundation. And that's it right now. Pretty sure they're working on the ability to connect a Blockstream Jade. I know they're working on those actually. Let's go ahead and select Trezor, and you've got a bunch to choose from, a Safe 3. Now it says visit theya.us, app.theya.us, that's their web app, /QR, scan the QR with the phone, and that will take us to another page that will help us connect the cold wallet, the Safe 3, to this application. It's a little complicated, and I'm recording the screen, so I'm not sure how this is all going to work, but I'll figure it out. All right, then at the bottom, you press scan QR. I'm going to switch from my phone to the laptop, and I'll meet you there. Okay, here we are at app.theya.us /QR, and it says scan this QR code with the Theya iOS app. I'm going to go back into the app, scan the QR code that's available, and now it's going to take us to the web app, and there we go. It says plug in your Trezor device. Make sure you have the latest Trezor bridge installed, which I don't, so I'm going to run the Trezor application in the background. All right, let's do this. I'm going to connect my Trezor to the computer, enter the PIN. Okay, like a lot of videos, I had to do a lot of stuff behind the scenes. The Trezor Safe 3 would not connect with the wallet. So what I did was I factory reset the Safe 3 and it connected. Unfortunately, I turned the camera off because I wasn't paying attention. Anyway, the Trezor Safe 3 is now connected to a single-sig vault on here. I'm going to do it again for you so you can see with the Trezor Model T right here. Okay, I have that. It is connected to the computer. The PIN has been entered, and it is ready to go. Hopefully it will work. As you can see, the QR code is here. I'm going to scan it with the Theya app. It should open up another page and give me the same prompts. That is, plug in my Trezor, and that's pretty cool. They use the new image of the Trezor T over here. That's pretty cool. Plug in the Trezor, follow the prompts, enter the PIN, and then select the type of wallet. I'll click here, press connect. It's likely going to ask to launch the Trezor app. Yes. I'll let that run in the background. It says it's an inactive device. I'm going to ask it to remember it. Click to activate. Read public keys from the Trezor device. Don't ask again. Allow for the service. Export multiple public keys. What type of wallet? If you have a passphrase, you can enter it here. Standard wallet. And hopefully, when I press this, it will add it to the Theya vault. Yes, it worked. Let's go back to the Theya app and take a look at it. Okay, here we are back in the Theya app, and I don't know if you can see in the upper right, I had to create a new vault called Trezor T. And if I click this drop down next to it, it shows you the collection of vaults. The Safe 3 is there because it eventually worked, but then now I added the Trezor T. So let's open that. Again, there's 0 test Bitcoin in there. You can receive, there are no transactions, and the settings are down here. You can export the key to restore the wallet to another device like Sparrow Wallet, and you can check the health of the key. I'm not going to do that right now. Let's go ahead and try to receive some testnet Bitcoin from the Sparrow Wallet to this wallet. I'm going to click on receive, copy this testnet address, go over to Sparrow Wallet, and I'll send some Bitcoin here. Okay, let's review. Here we are in the Trezor T single-sig hardware wallet, watch-only wallet, basically. So in order to send Bitcoin out of this wallet, you have to connect your hardware device and sign the transaction. If you try to do it without the hardware device, it will not work. You can receive any amount of Bitcoin you want, but you can't send it out without connecting to the hardware device. Let's go back to our list of vaults, and you can see we have the hot vault, the Safe 3, and the Trezor T. The hot wallet is the least secure. The second is the hardware wallet with a single signature, but we haven't created a multisig wallet. Let's do that right now. So I'm going to click Create New Vault. The vault name is Multisig. I'm going to click Multisig and proceed to setup. Ooh, this is neat. We have to add a first key and a second key. Let's go ahead and generate the recovery key. That's the Theya key. I guess it isn't fully set up. Recovery key helps restore the funds. If any key is lost, it's secured by Theya, blah, 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 and kept offline, secured without KYC. See, they do that intentionally, which is great. And do not show this again. Continue. They're adding their recovery key. Now it's done. Sorry about that. Now we have to add our first key. We can use a hardware key or we can use a software key built into the phone. Add the first key. And here we're given some choices. We can add a new hardware device, or we can use one of the ones that we've attached. If we select new, we still get those same choices. I'm going to go back. I'm going to select the Trezor T. It says scan the QR code. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Then we're going to add the Trezor T to this multisig wallet. Okay, here we are back at app.theya.us/QR. I'm going to press scan the QR, scan that QR code. There we go. It should launch the web app. And then I will connect my Trezor T. I have to unlock it, enter the PIN, which I have written down here somewhere. PIN is entered, ready to go. Select connect, export the keys, standard wallet. Again, you can use a passphrase wallet if you prefer, and add to Trezor Vault. Yes. Okay, 2 keys are done. Theya's key, their collaborative custody key, and the Trezor Model T. Let's go ahead back to the app and look at adding the third key. Okay, as you can see, the first key, the first hardware key has been added, and now we get a choice to add a different type of third key. It says choose one, add your own key or have it managed by your family or a trusted key agent. So you could use a lawyer or an accountant or someone you trust or a trustee of your estate, something like that to manage that other key. You could give it to your uncle, you could give it to a sibling, a parent, or even an adult child. Let's go ahead and add the second key. And now we're given a different choice of options here. Invite a trusted contact, and you can manage their permissions, which is really cool. You can allow them to view the balance or not, allow them to sign transactions, and I don't think that you can turn that off. No, you can't turn that off. You can allow them to create transactions. Yes, I would like to create a transaction by withdrawing all of this person's Bitcoin to my wallet. And you can allow them to receive funds. So that is really neat that you can incrementally manage the permissions of that trusted third party, or maybe not so trusted. You can use an existing hardware device that isn't the Trezor Model T, or you can use a new hardware device, and that's it. I don't think you can use a software key. Doesn't look like it. Let's click Add New Hardware Device and see if there's an option. Do not have a device yet. Oh, gives you some links to buy a device if you don't own one. No option there to add a software key. Existing devices, no. Okay, well, let's add the Trezor Safe 3 as the second hardware key, and I'll scan this, add it, and I'll come back to this application. You don't need to watch that process. Okay, I added the Trezor Safe 3. As you can see, all 3 keys are done. And the next option is deposit funds or explore vault. I'm going to pick explore vault and see what that is. Oh, it just takes us back to the home page. Please complete your vault security checklist. Oh, I'm going to set up, in order to use this vault, I have to go through these questions. I'll do them and I'll be right back. All right, I went through those security questions to clear that error message there. We don't have any transactions, of course. And on the bottom, we have the keys that are part of this wallet. And let's explore one of them. We can rename it, do a health check, or if one of the keys becomes lost, we can replace it. That's pretty cool and might be worth the peace of mind of paying for this service. That's up to you to decide. All right, go back to the home page here and then vault settings, similar to the other ones. You can change the name, expose vault information, output descriptor, or there's the sovereign recovery guide, which walks you through how to export the wallet and recover it using a different app. Really well done. Let's go ahead and look at all the other vaults. We've got the hot wallet, which finally has some testnet Bitcoin in it. We've got the Trezor T, which I sent Bitcoin to, hasn't received it, and then the Multisig. I'm going to show you how to send Bitcoin out of here. And the neat thing is you can transfer Bitcoin from vault to vault. So let's check that out. I'm going to close this. I'm going to go to the hot wallet. I'm going to send Bitcoin out of here. Do not show again. I understand I have to use an accurate address. Actually, I have to get a receive address from the Multisig wallet. Let's try that. Multisig, receive. I'm going to copy this address. I can share that using various applications, just like on every other iPhone application there. But I'm going to go to the hot wallet and paste it in a send transaction. Enter address, paste. There's the address, proceed. I'm going to press max. On the right there, you can see it says max button. I love that. I have used some wallets that make you try to figure out how to empty the wallet. Between a combination of the Bitcoin you're sending and the fee, it drives me crazy. So kudos to the developers. I press max, continue, and this is a hot wallet, so it's just going to be signed by the key that is on iCloud. The time is 10 minutes. Slide to approve. Transaction is signed and gone. And that's it. Oops. One of the things I missed is I could have just pressed this button down on the bottom here that says Multisig, which would have taken an address from the Multisig wallet and done it, because you have to do it by address to address anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I just went the roundabout way. So you can see here that some of the choices are the other wallets, and that's pretty neat. The transaction I sent to the Trezor T has not been received. The transaction to the Multisig wallet hasn't been received. I'll come back after those are done and wrap this up. I finally got the testnet Bitcoin deposited into the Trezor T single-sig hardware wallet vault. And what I'm going to do is send it out of this vault to the hot wallet. I'll just pick that. That's easy. Then I'm going to press max and then press continue. And again, this is on my phone, obviously. So this is where we review everything. Going to send $23 of testnet Bitcoin from the Trezor T to the hot wallet. And this is where you can adjust the fees. You can send it fast using that much testnet Bitcoin, set a normal fee or a slow, or you can set a custom fee rate, which is really neat. I am super impressed with that ability to adjust your fees. I'm going to pick fast, close, and then it says sign with Trezor T. Continue on computer, visit the QR, complete this action, scan the QR code, etc. Let's go ahead and check that out. All right, here we are at app.theya.us/QR. I'm going to scan the QR, and it should open the web app. I've got the Trezor T connected. And again, there we go. There's the transaction that we want to send from vault to vault. The amount is listed here, right here, network fee, and then the address we're sending it to. What it did when I selected the vault is instead of going in and getting an address, it just generated an address from the vault, so it saved a few steps. I can copy that if I need to. Please review the transaction information carefully. Yes, I'm going to connect the Trezor T, export the keys, enter the passphrase if I had one. continue to sign the transaction. And now it's sending the information to my Trezor. Can you see that screen? It wants me to continue. I'm just verifying the amounts and the fee. Hold to confirm, which I did. Sending the transaction, and it's a success. And that's it. Now, if you needed to do that with 2 wallets, it would be one after the other. It's a project, so multi-sig wallets can be pretty cumbersome, but this is a single sig, and I just signed it with my Trezor T. And that's it for sending out testnet Bitcoin out of the single sig hardware wallet from Theya. So let's review. I showed you how to set up a single sig hot wallet with the keys residing on the device and the backup in iCloud. I showed you how to set up a single sig cold wallet by connecting a hardware device to the Theya app using the web app. Again, it's really cumbersome and it's not the best for new users in particular. It took me a bunch of different tries and finally got it, but it's not easy. Then I showed you how to set up a multisig collaborative custody wallet where Theya holds one of the keys. And they offer this key recovery service, which is really pretty neat. The whole application and the whole experience seem to focus on service and support. It's really neat. I like that, especially for new people into the Bitcoin world. As with any Bitcoin wallet solution, there are strengths and limitations to consider. While Theya does excel at making multisig accessible, it's worth noting that it currently doesn't support Lightning Network transactions or even Taproot. For some users, especially those interested in faster, cheaper transactions or the latest features, this application might not be for them. Let's go through a list of the pros and cons. We'll start with the pros. The Theya application is incredibly user-friendly, and I really like the interface. Secondly, there's no KYC required, which is unbelievable. I really like that. In addition, there's family key sharing available for inheritance planning. They have hardware wallet integration, which is pretty unusual for a mobile-based application. The multisig application is pretty well thought out, but a bit cumbersome. They support pretty strong security features with the hardware wallet passphrase integration. And they also have excellent transaction fee controls. You can control the fees that you use to send transactions out of the wallet to the letter. Like, it is really neat. You can dial the fee up and down. And Theya is being developed and run by a professional team with a really impressive background. But there are some cons. The $250 annual fee is pretty steep for a multi-sig wallet, but it is in line with other collaborative custody competitors. Like I mentioned, they don't have any Lightning support or Taproot support at the moment. There's also no UTXO or coin control features that I could find. And the hardware wallet-based transactions require switching to the desktop web app, which is ridiculously cumbersome. The device switching process is awkward and complex, and it's a really new product on the market. I'm assuming they've gotten funds to develop this application and run their business through venture capital or angel investing, and sometimes those companies just don't last very long, but we'll see. So here's my take. Theya has built something pretty special here. The interface and user experience are outstanding, and it's clear they understand both technology and users' needs. However, the $250 fee for collaborative custody is hard to justify when solutions like BitPay, for example, offer similar features for free. I have a video about BitPay on my channel as well. And with BitPay, you can share the keys with multiple family members, but there is no collaborative custody model with BitPay. In other words, BitPay is never going to hold one of your keys. And that reduces some of the features. For instance, if you lose a key, Theya can help you recover it. Alternatively, you could set up a multi-sig wallet just like I did in my Multisig Made Easy video from a couple weeks ago, using the Blue Wallet and Blockstream Jade. You could then share one or some of the keys with a trusted family member, beneficiary, or trustee. That said, if you're managing a significant amount of Bitcoin and value a premium user experience, or just prefer a little more handholding, the $250 annual fee for Theya might just be worth it. After all, without any fee increases, over 20 years, the total amount that you would pay Theya would be $5,000. That's not terrible for 20 years of coverage. That's if they don't increase their price. Their free single-sig hot wallet is excellent and could be a great starting point before deciding if you need the premium features. So for now, I'd recommend trying their free tier and then deciding if their premium features justify the cost for your specific needs. I'm still on the fence. Well, that's my review of Theya. What do you guys think of this new wallet? Would you pay $250 for their premium features? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on the latest sovereign money solutions. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.